Welcome to Monday's Miracle Moment. I'm Reverend Diane Lund, a spiritual minister specializing in A Course in Miracles. And every week I share a quote from A Course in Miracles and then tell you a little bit about that quote. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Here's the quote for this week. It says, "Be not content with littleness, but be sure you understand what littleness is and why you could never be content with it." One more time, be not content with littleness, but be sure you understand what littleness is and why you could never be content with it. A Course in Miracles says you are, as your spirit, magnificence. And when you don't appreciate your magnificence as spirit, because you were a spark from the Creator and the extension of the he, she, love of the Creator. We don't want to give it a gender because the creative oneness is all of us together and we are all joined. And in our magnificence, we are eternal, we are love, we are perfection. There is nothing to be fixed and nothing to be done, but much to be realized. What happens is the spirit comes down into this vehicle, a body, and it doesn't just think with love anymore. It starts to think also with fear. And that's called ego thinking. And spirit thinking thinks from love. Ego thinking thinks from fear. So when we're thinking from fear, when we're ego-based thinking, we think we're less than. We're not magnificence. We're less than magnificence. And we make ourselves small. We shrink down. And we don't acknowledge how incredibly wondrous you are in your spirit and how there's just nothing to be done but to remember that magnificence. So the Course says when you make yourself little and you don't acknowledge the magnificence of who you are, then you really never could be content with that because you're not littleness. But the ego wants you to believe you're less than. Oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It makes us crazy with the things we should be accomplishing to thrive. But really, we just need to unblock. What we've done is we've believed things from maybe people or cultures that have said that, we weren't good enough at that, or maybe we needed to add this, or our hair color was wrong, or our height was wrong, or weight was wrong. And we've made ourselves small. Course in Miracles says you are not small. You are magnificence. And all the littleness goes directly against God. In fact, the Course says it's like when you're doing that, you're making yourself more than God. You're saying my belief about myself is more important than God's belief about myself, which is arrogance. The Course says you need to get rid of that arrogance. You need to stop believing in the littleness because you will never be content with littleness. So that's a little bit about what the Course is talking about. If you're interested, come to our study groups the first or third Monday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. The link will be below in the chat. And thanks for joining me. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. Bye for now.